So I'm going to go ahead and play the bunnies because they're pretty popular. People like to see these bunnies. It's probably like it's very shrewd of Cryptozoic to put bunnies in this game, because this is how we can, as men, we can try to get the women into this game and be like, there are bunnies, you know? Because if you talk to
They're evil,
a
murdering,
lot of females that aren't nerds, you know,
Evil, bloody, sacrificing, murdering, destructive bunnies.
hey, they can find out about that later. But so like if you talk to a girl about like Star Wars and they're not a nerd, you know, like they'll always be like, oh yeah, the one with the Ewoks, you know, I like that one, you know, cutesy Ewoks, of course. So this is a blood wild deck, or a black-green deck, basically going into blood, because a lot of these things have sacrifices that I can use all my dudes for. The charge power for the bunny is, for 3 charges I can create a battle hopper and put it into play. Battle hoppers are at 0/1s. I'm going to go ahead and cantrip here with Sensei, which is very akin to, there's an elf in Magic that does the same thing, although the picture is nowhere near as cool as this. Take the bait. Yeah. It's really difficult to say exactly what this is akin to, if this is more Kithkin or if it's more elves. I mean, bunnies are really kind of their own flavor. Really they are, which is, it's pretty impressive that they were able to do something like this right now. So his 1/2 tactical genius is going to hold off all of my bunnies for quite a while. Get myself a free 0/1 here. I'm going to go ahead and play a Runts of the litter here. I could have played some other stuff, but I want to play these as buffs. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is playing buffs to buff all these guys up, and then I'll swing in. No real reason for me to swing in here, because I'd like to save my bodies if I can at this point. Yes, I will show you the deck list after. Just remind me after I'm done. TJ Mentorio. Again, people are welcome to join us in my Ventrilo. The information is down below. Oh, you're playing that dwarfy dwarf deck. The dwarfy dwarf deck. It's very akin to Marky Mark. Oh, that's not too bad there. That seems pretty good. So we'll play the commander here. So it looks like I can swing in with... Actually, I probably just swing in with everything here, because he can double block my Sensei, but I'm going to kill one of his guys. It'll be a 1-for-1, and I've got tons of dudes. So that's probably what just needs to happen here. We'll just get super offensive. He's got 1 resource up, so it's not typically a lot he's going to be able to do with that. He'll probably just take it at this point. Well, I don't know. He can... Actually, he'll probably block off 2 of my battle hoppers and take 3. Okay, so here's the screen for when I'm getting double blocked, so I can actually move these cards around and decide where I'm going to put the points of damage. I only have... Oh, he's going to double block one of my battle hoppers to kill it. Okay, that's fine. That seems like a pretty good play. So I actually don't have enough damage to kill either one of them, so it doesn't really matter. But you can see this is the first primary damage I'm going to deal, and then this is the secondary damage I'm going to deal here. And that's fine, because that still puts me in a pretty good spot. Because he could have also blocked with his worker bot if he wanted to somewhere, but that doesn't seem very advantageous for him right now. So yeah, that was actually a block I should have seen. Oh, Terabot's going to go ahead and stabilize the board state for him. And this guy is kind of like a must-answer threat, the research librarian. Because he's going to just keep drawing him cards.
Yeah, he's like pretty much murder bait nowadays.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to pass priority, and then probably... Actually, you know what? So if he had counter magic, we'll play this as if he had some sort of counter magic available to him. Because he's in Sapphire, he has 2 resources up. He has counter magic available. He's at 0. I would normally play murder at the end of his turn, but I'm going to murder this Terabot right now because I know that he has no ability to counter it. Otherwise, I would typically wait till the end of his turn. And that actually still allows me to swing in if I want to. I think I'm actually going to... I'll swing in with just the Sensei. Which is what I should have done last turn. Oh, okay. I keep doing things during my upkeep. So I should have waited for upkeep anyway. So I'm going to swing in with Sensei. There's no reason I really don't want to lose my commander. He would definitely make that trade, I'm thinking. However, losing Sensei doesn't seem that bad because it'll be a 1-for-1 trade for one of his dudes. Nope, he won't trade. Okay. So he could have traded. His tactical geniuses have already... Oh, I guess they haven't done their job. They are still doing their job. I'm thinking of the other one. Who am I thinking of? The guy that draws you a card? Oh, he's a 2/3 though.
Research
technician?
Yeah, that guy.
Adept.
Oh, Rage Fire to my... Yep, that was the definite... Definitely a good choice on the Rage Fire there. He'll swing in response. I have no blocks to make because now my guys aren't buff. I need to rebuff them. I would have liked to have buffed them earlier, but unfortunately he played that Terabot. Okay, so we will Sensei to cantrip before combat. There's really not going to be any combat this turn, really. Draw another resource. That seems pretty good. Activate more bunnies. And I'll play a command tower, which is a staple for this type of deck. I definitely called that before when I was deck building before the alpha, when I built my own version of this deck. Actually, you know what? I actually do have a combat step here because he swung in, and his blocks aren't that great. He can block off a Sensei or a Battle Hopper, but I think I'd rather... Yeah, I'll probably swing in with the 2 Senseis, because that's a 1-for-1 trade. Or I guess rather with the 1 Sensei. He'll probably make the worker bot trade here. Or not. Okay. You really want to have those artifacts in play, don't you?
Well, I'm hoping to use it for the card draw.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, with the librarian. Yeah, that's something I overlooked multiple times when I had my librarian play, was the fact that these guys buff the librarian and make it so it costs so much less. Drawing those cards. So another card you may notice that I'm not running in here is the one that's like sorcery speed. It gives everything +1, permanent +1/+1. And the reason why I'm not running that is because I already have, I think I have a 1 of it, but 9 Anthem effects is like, that's like my limit. And so this is like half an Anthem effect. And what I'm talking about is Glorious Anthem from Magic the Gathering, which is a +1/+1. So I can give things a further. I have so much resources I can cast all of my cards really, so we'll go ahead and do this before combat. So everything is going to be a good trade, a positive trade for me, and if something doesn't look like I like it, I have a good response for it, so. It's, lots of damage. Damage. Especially I know that he wants to keep things in play as a dwarf player. I'm going to keep pushing damage.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, when I first made this deck, was people were afraid to attack into my big horde of defensive armies, and that just kind of played into the way the deck worked.
Right.
Oh, I accidentally just skipped the declare blockers, so you win.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Of course, I'm taking...
Yeah, it's lethal. I was...
Go ahead.
It's lethal. I thought it was skip priority because I was talking.
Right. So we're going to go to the deck list, just like TJ Mentorio asked for me. You are still there, right, TJ?